what Coaching for Performance calls a transformational leader. What y'all have really been talking about today is that we are truly successful together. That's community. We're truly successful together. And the way we start out is way over here on the left-hand side where we're impulsive and everything is based on what's happening. Like what problem cropped up, what fire cropped up. And like Heather said, you can't really do anything. You can't even put out the fire unless I'm there to tell you how to put out that fire, right? And so this is the journey. Now, you may be a transformational leader already. You may be somewhere here in the middle, and keep in mind that this program was designed not just for business owners, right? So these are team members, these are employees and leaders in companies, and which brings me to the point that your team, especially your leaders, need to learn this. Everybody in the business is a leader because everybody has influence, right? And when you start out as a firefighter, when you start out as a reactive leader, um, then some people in your company may have more influence than you do. And if they don't have the company's best interest at heart, that's a problem, right? And then through the command and control, you become a directive leader. And so, what's the response from your team members? They become dependent upon you. And I just follow the rules, do what I'm told. And you're training people. I've mentioned this a few times lately, and I want to share it again. That when you say, "Do what I say," don't ask me why, you are putting handcuffs on everybody in the organization, including yourself. You're basically ensuring that you'll never empower people. So then you become an empowering leader. You're a higher performer. You're a higher performer, and you become a high performer. It's like Dave Ramsey. I spent some time with Dave Ramsey yesterday, and it was cool. And he has this thing called master the rope, right? And so you start by giving people a little bit of rope. And then as they prove themselves, you give them a little bit more rope. And then as they prove themselves more, you give them more and more rope. And so then you get to the point where you can have someone go build something for you, go grow something for you, go supervise something for you, go they've been, here it is again, they've been seeped. You don't get hot tea just by dipping the bag in the hot water. No, it has to seep, it has to marinate, right? So over the years, as people as you built the right culture together, and people have been steeped in the culture, you have the systems, you have the people, you have the processes, you have the purpose, you have the picture, you have all that stuff, then they can go and make good decisions. Now, there's two things here that we got to take a look at, and as you can see, remember that coaching is increasing potential and decreasing interference. If you've ever been a leader who has stood over someone as they're, you know, talking to somebody on the phone and then like motion to them like telling them what to say next. It's called micromanaging, by the way. I've done that. Then you know what I'm talking about, right? Total interference. They can barely get anything done because you're interrupting them all the time. The way you increase potential is through developing them, developing them. Developing them isn't training them once. Developing them is over time. They're steeped in the culture. So as you build your culture, as you build your community, as you build your skills as a leader, and you train, empower, and develop other people, they can be good leaders for you so that you can work on other things. That's what this is all about. And as a reminder, I would encourage you to write this down, put it somewhere where you can remember it. A leader is a coach, and the definition of coaching is unlocking people's potential to maximize their own performance. How do you unlock somebody's potential? Training, mentoring, coaching, developing, facilitating experiences over and over and over and over, living out that culture in a context of community. There's a lot of dysfunctional people there out there today. There's a lot of mental health issues. Okay. We don't need that. I love this quote. In therapy, you follow the trail of tears with a goal of healing. Nothing wrong with that. In coaching, you follow the trail of dreams with the goal of igniting the person to be their best. We're just helping people become the best version of themselves, and we can work together and each one take responsibility for certain areas of our goals. We gotta, when we're coaching someone, we gotta look. What happens is we look at people, and this is really important. We look at people through three different lenses. This person's a problem. This person has a problem, or this person is on a learning journey and is capable, resourceful, and full of potential. Listen, that's everybody on the planet. Every person on planet Earth is phenomenal. They're a phenomenal product, born to win, all that stuff. But they might have too much interference to be on my team. They might have too much interference in their mind and hurt in their heart. They might not be able to be functional on my team. So I got to find people who have goals, who can be developed. We have to raise their awareness. You can't raise someone's awareness if they don't want to raise their awareness. Can I coach you on this? They have to be coachable. They have to be teachable. And then they have to take responsibility. So this whole thing of coaching performance is raising awareness and responsibility. Are you aware of what's happening, and will you take responsibility? And then this is the importance. The importance of this whole thing is believing in people's potential.